All right, let's quickly go across and get some reactions from our guests, in fact, who are joining us at this point of time. K.C. Singh, former diplomat, is in the studio with us. We had also been joined by Geeta Mohan, our National Affairs editor, and our Foreign Affairs editor. Geeta, yes, I could see you shaking your head there. Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan also with us. I would like to start with you, Master Singh. Now, Imran Khan, 15 seats away from getting a full majority of his own. Before the election, there were talks that the army would want possibly a government which is not as strong. It would want a fractured mandate with the coalition partners coming in together. As of now, he seems to be sweeping the elections.
Well, he hasn't got a majority yet. If he gets it, yes, then he becomes a very powerful prime minister in that sense. And I think army may have a problem with him in the short to medium term, because he is a person who has his own ideas. He's charismatic, he has a connect with the people, and such leaders tend to be equally autocratic in their functioning. That's how he ran the Pakistan cricket team. It was a one-man leader who decided who bowls, who bats, who does what. So now Imran, if he gets a majority, it'll be interesting to see how he goes. But if he doesn't get a majority, it's interesting to see who supports him. Does he reach out into this sundry floating group of right-wing parties,
yes,
who may extract their price from him? Although many of the although his stand on many of the issues may coincide with theirs, no drone strikes, constantly criticizing America, etc., etc. If he does that, he starts off with a different kind of disadvantage that the army may not want. I don't think PML-N is going to support him because he was trying to destabilize them from point go when the last election was held. He mounted the Azadi March. He was constantly baying for them. Therefore, that leaves only PPP. It's possible that Zardari, the eternal pragmatist, he may just support them from outside.
Right. We're also being joined by Ashok Chandra, a former diplomat, who is joining us in the studio as well. Sajjana sir, but would Bilawal Bhutto be open to that idea? Because in a way, we have also seen how Imran Khan has in fact constantly flirted with the extremist elements to win this election. He has also been seen as somebody who is been propped up by the army, or at least helped by the Pakistani military establishment to win this election, at least in the kind of environment that they created around him and against his opponents. Traditionally, PPP, especially after the assassination of Benazir Bhutto, has been averse to these extremist elements. Will they be comfortable?
I think they should be. Why not? After all, they are nowhere near coming to power on their own steam, so to say. So I think tying up with another party so that they have a shot at the administration, and also, that will help them, number one, to keep PML-N out. It will be sort of a win-win proposition both for Imran Khan as well as for Bilawal Bhutto. Also, when you go to Punjab, for instance, you see that in Punjab, to an extent, PML-N has been able to maintain its vote share. Although Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf is really nibbling at its feet. So there is not too much of a difference. So if PML-N, if TPI and PPP, they decide to come together both at the national level as also at the level of Punjab, that means they have really totally sidelined Nawaz Sharif and Shahbaz Sharif. So this will meet the requirements, the aspirations, the demands for both of them.
And then he will also not be dependent on smaller allies or smaller parties, which may, of course, in the long term, could keep nibbling him or could keep poking him when it comes to various issues. So it will be one big chunk, Geeta, of PPP that could in fact help him get those numbers. But what about all these allegations of rigging? It's a unanimous opposition. In fact, now Hafiz Saeed joining that opposition and saying that there has been rigging in the elections and he could not even win a single seat.
Well, that's right. And it's funny, because we were discussing this just a while ago, Casey and the federal elections and provincial elections happen at the same time. So if Shahbaz Sharif is winning provincial and if he's accepting that result, then how can he question rigging in the federal elections? That's something that the PML-N will have to answer. But then again, the other opinion is also that all parties, all opposition parties, so to say, have come together and are questioning the manner in which elections have been conducted. Now, whether if it was brazen ballot candidate stuffing? Not really. It was done in a very, very orchestrated manner. So that's why I don't think there will be
systematic manner to in fact help Imran Khan.
Except these rigging charges started when Imran was hovering between 90 and 100.
Yes.
And it was only 30 above what PML-N was getting. That's when the complaint started, because a number of booths, a number of counting centers shut their doors and pushed out the observers of these parties.
Agents.
Yes.
So it started a little late. It is possible that this jump of 20 odd, there is some engineering that went on.
Okay.
Because don't forget, 300,000 military personnel were deployed.
Yes.
Magisterial powers were given to army officers. So they were literally running the show at the counting and the booth level.
And when they have
it was not the election commission.
Army is the real power as far as Pakistan politics is concerned. Let's get in a very quick update from my colleague Hamza, who is joining us from Lahore for more on this story. Hamza, two things I want to know from you. Where is the man of the moment? Where is Imran Khan? And has he reacted yet about the numbers? He's almost close to the majority mark, the closest in fact to the majority mark. And apart from that, what about these allegations? Are they being taken or been spoken about as seriously in Pakistan as they have been in India and world over?
Well, Ankit, Imran Khan, being an early morning person, he is currently in Lahore, where I am sitting as well. And I think he's not given any official statement out because, see, the official results are still yet to come out. His leaders actually are celebrating. They have actually come out and given out statements of congratulating Pakistan for a change as they promised. But as far as the allegations are concerned, these allegations will turn serious in the coming days because the opposition parties have joined together. Not to forget, see, other than Imran Khan, the second, third and the fourth positions parties are all combining together, joining together, and they've called on an all parties conference in the coming days because they are going to decide on what they are going to do next. Agitation comes to questioning Election Commission of Pakistan, because it's not only Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz that is questioning, it's Pakistan Party, it's the Milli Muslim and even other smaller parties as well. Even MKM is also, coming into the same line. So in the coming days, it is going to have an impact because anything out as genetic be challenged through the legal courts. If that so happens, then certainly the intensity is going to increase.
Okay, Hamza, I'm going to come back to you. We'll also fix that audio line with Hamza. Kamar Chima is also joining us from Pakistan to give us a sense of how it is being seen in Pakistan. Mr. Chima, there are European Union observers in Pakistan, those who are in fact monitoring the entire election process. They're yet to come out with their report. But with this large-scale allegation, and not only from one party, like it was in 2013 only with Imran Khan, across entire opposition, and now even Hafiz Saeed in fact talking about how elections have been rigged. How much of this is making an impact as far as Pakistan is concerned as we speak?
Well, I think the only official source of information as far as the allegations of rigging are concerned is the Election Commission of Pakistan. And so far so, the Election Commission of Pakistan has not come up with any such kind of thing, or it has rejected the allegations that have come from the other five political parties who are talking. The only thing that worries to the other political parties is that Imran Khan is the third political force that has emerged. Taking power one by one, and that was that they believed that it could not have happened, that a third force should have come because that will reduce their margin of power. So that is just a sort of a political campaign or a gimmick they are doing. Otherwise, many in Pakistan already believed that Imran Khan, who has a strong deep roots and doing politics since 23 years, so he was expected, his party was expected to form the government this time.
Yes, in fact, that's what the results suggest. But you can't also do away from the fact or look away from the fact, Mr. Chima, that there has been a concerted effort by the very powerful Pakistan army to back Imran Khan. It's not that they were openly, in fact, putting up candidates for him, but they made life for opposition extremely difficult in this election, in a way making their line very clear that Imran Khan is their man?
Well, I would like to comment on it. I think there is not a single political opponent of Imran Khan who has come and he has complained on the behavior of the Pakistani military. I think you are talking while sitting in India, but no political opponent of Imran Khan is talking in Pakistan. That is a strange reality I have to understand. And since last 12 hours in India, we are looking all that what is happening regarding this.
Am I to understand from what you are saying, sir, that Pakistani army is so weak that they have absolutely no role to play in elections and the civil society in Pakistan? So the army in Pakistan has no role as far as these elections are concerned? Are you telling me that General Qamar Bajwa has absolutely nothing to do in who wins, who loses elections? Pakistan army will not interfere in the civilian government?
Well, I think the Pakistan army has a very clear role. As per Article 220 and 245, the military will only come in aid of civil power whenever the civilian authorities will call the military. Now, this time the election commission of Pakistan has called the
they also kept this article in mind for the 33 years that they ruled Pakistan in your history from 1947. Anyway, I'm going to come to you, sir, because I don't think so that barring you, any international credible media or any international credible analyst is going to believe that Pakistani army has no role as far as the elections or possibly the formation of government in Pakistan is concerned. Ambassador Singh, Kanwar Singh says that Pakistan army is only facilitating the election commission. We have nothing to do with it. Tell our viewers the design, because why Pakistan army is important. Nawaz Sharif, who was in a way being seen as challenging the authority of the Pakistani army, of the GHQ, suddenly finds himself not only being ousted, of course on corruption charges on what he had done, but also in the way army has gone ahead with a concerted plan to ensure that Imran Khan looks like the man that they are backing.
You see, what's happened this time is it's not just the army, but there's a combination of army and the superior judiciary. They ganged up together. And that's why the first ban on Nawaz Sharif came from the Supreme Court, using a very obtuse kind of clause in it, saying that he's not having the ethical values which are required. This was introduced by Zia-ul Haq. So if you are not ethical enough, you can be knocked out. And that was simply because his name was listed as a director on a company his son owned in Dubai. So this everybody scoffed at, that he's not got any money from there, his name is listed simply on that basis. But I think what came really as a bonanza for the army were the Panama Papers. So they're looking for an excuse to go after the Sharifs. The Panama Papers provided that. And then they moved very rapidly. Even when Nawaz said, I'm with my wife, please don't do anything, I think what surprised them was they didn't expect Nawaz and Mariam to come back.
Yes.
When they came back, I think that put a certain life into the party, and that's why they retained Punjab. And don't forget, Punjab is 50% of Pakistan.
Yeah. Yes.
And therefore, if there is an agitation to be mounted, the police is under the control of PML-N in the largest province and half of Pakistan in terms of population. They can mount it from Lahore.
Out of the 272, 141 assembly seats also come from the Punjab province in Pakistan.
That's correct.
Mr. Sajjan, I also wanted to understand from you the fact that now Imran Khan, who let's, for argument's sake, believe that he is the puppet that the Pakistani army wanted to project. Does that make life for India easier going forward? At least we know that there will be the Pakistani army which will be in clear control of their policy of India. So there will be some clarity in how they want to deal with us, and we can in fact do the same. Some clarity rather than the confusion of a civilian government and the GHQ.
No, I think what we are going to find going forward, that to begin with, Imran Khan would be the front person behind whom the army is standing and sort of carrying out its policies, whether it is related to the infiltration or the ceasefire violation or any of the terrorist attacks that are taking place or the support to Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jaish-e-Mohammed, etc. But I don't think that Imran Khan, being the person that he is going to stay like that for a very long time. So I think he will also start asserting himself And like the problems that we saw between Nawaz Sharif and the army, because basically the problems started, you know, whether if you start from what happened at the BRICS summit in Ufa, when there was a decision on having a dialogue between India and Pakistan on terrorism alone without the K word being mentioned.
Yes.
So, you know, starting from there, things have really gone downhill. So here, what the army has always wanted is a facade behind which it can stay and it can sort of, you know, continue to implement its own policies. What has happened right now that we see is that maybe they did not expect that Imran Khan is going to do so well, because they would have hoped that it would be a weak government,
yes,
and supported by certain elements,
yes,
which would also be under the control of the army, so that they would have control over the whole administration going forward.
Let's now, in fact, before I go back to my guest, let's now take a look at what Imran Khan told India today about India-Pakistan relations back in 2015. Of course, things have changed in the last 3 years. Now he is possibly going to be the man who is going to take the chair of the Pakistan Prime Minister, and it will be important what he thinks as of now and how much of what he told us in 2015 can be implemented with the backing of the army in Pakistan. Let's go across to my colleague Hamza Amir, who is joining us from Lahore. Hamza, you know, as the final results, possibly in a couple of hours, the situation would be clear, in fact, as where each of these parties are standing. No doubts that Imran Khan is the single largest party. His party is the single largest party. The campaign of this election also saw a massive anti-India rhetoric. Imran Khan goes into his polling station to vote, comes out, and the first reaction is about Narendra Modi, about the Indian Prime Minister. Does that mean that these are, you know, signs or telling signs about times to come? Is there this inherent Pakistan army anti-India propaganda that Imran Khan is only going to forward from here on?
See, Ankit, anti-India rhetoric is something that is part of the political campaigning of all the political parties in Pakistan during their election campaign. Imran Khan, I believe, if we even consider him, because everyone, we call him the army's man, if he actually is becoming the Prime Minister of Pakistan, I think that is going to be more favorable as far as engaging, India's efforts of engaging the army of Pakistan. Dialogue it would have to be the route of backdoor diplomacy. It will be the government quarters. It can be Imran Khan himself. You can have the engagement done with this man through taking route to the army, because he is the army's man. And not only that, Imran Khan is going to be making a lot of historic changes in the Pakistan history as well. He is, if he becomes the Prime Minister now, he will actually turn into the first Prime Minister in Pakistan history to complete a 5-year term in office as the Prime Minister. No other Prime Minister has been able to complete 5 years, and their governments either have been ousted, like Nawaz Sharif or other leaders. So he might be just the first person, and then the civil-military relationship in Pakistan are going to be on the same line. And I think going forward, while it is going to be an anti-India rhetoric on ground as far as statement and rhetoric is concerned, but I think on the backdoor diplomacy, Imran Khan's position will be in a better position to actually engage the army into dialogue between India and Pakistan.
Well, we can only hope that there is that clarity within Pakistan, so that there is some clarity in India as well, who should be engaged with as far as our relations with Pakistan is concerned. Now, Imran Khan, of course, known for his killer reverse swing, the captain of the Pakistani cricket team who won them the 1992 World Cup.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.